I'm treated like a technology. Every encounter I've ever had in my life has been staged. My whole life has been meticulously designed. Everybody knows who I am, but then act like they don't. You want to talk about gang stalking? Come hang out with me for a little bit. I've never experienced like what I experienced last week. I'm scared to go back. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cars driving by my apartment, flashing their lights at me, looking at me, stopping in front of my house, honking, people walking by, saying stuff to me. And people are like, oh, just don't make videos. They keep me in a trance. So I'll get on here and be goofy. I'm talking about hundreds. And then I got in the Uber. The Uber was a Ford Taurus. I'm a Taurus. He was talking on a headset, but he was talking to me. He said, you won't be happy till you get hurt. They've done this to me. Every encounter I've ever had has been staged. Every single one. My sexual encounters as well. Everywhere I go, everybody knows about me. Usually before I get there. People were coming outside and dancing and looking at me. They were shooting, bang, bang. I can't say the word because TikTok will take it down. I'll tell you what happened. I was outside and this guy walked by in a red shirt going one direction. He was staring at me. And then he turned around and came back and he said something to me, and it was demonic. I ain't never heard nothing like it. And right then, this little girl ran outside and started screaming like she was getting murdered, and somebody went bang, bang. People been telling me they're going to destroy my body and upload my mind into AI. It's possible now. And if they were going to do it to somebody, it'd be the guy who they've gotten to call himself the Messiah and has a speech about barcodes that says this is an approved message from the CIA. I've been ran out of so many cities before I ever started making videos. I've been herded like a cattle. I've been human trafficked. I was human trafficked into this apartment I'm in. I got into it by manipulation by the people around me. I don't know why they chose me. I think it's got to do with genetics. But they definitely did. You know, I've had these problems before where people will start stalking me and harassing me in large groups to the point that I'm terrified and have to leave. And then all of a sudden, somebody makes a way for me to leave, and then I end up where they want me. I'm not safe anywhere. I can't even work in peace. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm a hard worker. And I'm nice to everybody. And people always mess with me. People commit crimes against me. All the time. Assaults. And they're, oh, he's different, so it's okay. We can do whatever we want to him. That Uber driver was talking to me. He said, you won't ever be happy till you get hurt. I've already been hurt. A whole bunch. I'm scared to go back to Nashville. I'm scared to go back to my job. Because people are messing with me there. And it's not a coincidence. It's the same thing. People say, oh, they're just playing with you. They're just playing with you. No, no. When people mess with you in groups for months at a time, it's called mind control. It's not just because they watched my YouTube videos or my TikTok videos, because they were doing this stuff to me before I started making videos. It's why I started making videos, because they told me to, and they told me which brands to make videos for. Of course, I branched out, but they don't let anybody see my content. I was scared a mob was going to come in my house and drag me out. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll have to be homeless. It's not fair. You know, they killed my mama. They've gotten rid of people to make this agenda possible with me. People telling me they're going to destroy my body and upload my consciousness into AI. Keeping me in a trance all the time. They're not just playing with me. They're running programs on me. And then, so I don't know. I'm scared to go back to work. I'm scared to go back to Nashville. I'm scared to go back and get my stuff. I never seen nothing like that. It wasn't just random cars. They were flashing their lights at me and honking at me. I've been ran out of multiple cities. They've taken the doorknobs off my apartment to get me to where they needed me to be. They took the doorknobs off my house. They ran me out of my house. They ran me out of Limestone County so I could get to the shelters in Florence, Alabama, so they could put me in front of the mind control screens. Then they ran me out of Florence, Alabama, and all of a sudden somebody got me a ticket to Florida. Then they ran me out, hooked a machine up to me and ran me out of Fort Lauderdale, and somebody told me which apartment to go to in Miami, where they built a giant shrine for me. Then they took the doorknobs off that apartment. Then I ended up at a hostel because somebody said you need to go to a hostel. A stranger told me that. They knew who I was before I got there. Then they ran me out of Little Havana. Then I went to Pompano. Then they ran me out of there. My whole life's been staged. Everything that's ever happened to me's been staged. They treat me like a technology. It's not fair.